Hello everyone, my name is Jason and this is Netminder Review. Today I want to talk about the trapezoid. The trapezoid is an area on the ice that some of you may be familiar with and understand its purpose, and some of you may not be. So for those of you who are not, I want to give you the background behind the trapezoid, what the rule is all about, what it is meant to accomplish, and the penalties for violating the trapezoid rule. In 2005 and 2006, or in the 2005-2006 season, there were lines added to the ice surface, right here and right here. And this area behind the net, between those two lines, is referred to as the trapezoid. Before the 2005-2006 season, those lines were not there. The concept of the trapezoid did not exist. The reason that it exists is because largely of Martin Brodeur and goaltenders who were and are, or were up to that point anyway, extremely good at leaving their crease, going into these corners, and playing the puck and playing it well. When a team is attacking and they have the puck, it is not an uncommon tactic for that team to shoot the puck down into the other team's zone. The offensive players, the players that are then attacking, will rush in and try to get to the puck before the defending players are able to do so. This causes the attacking team to gain control of the puck in the offensive zone and be able to set up for a passing situation or a cycling situation that hopefully leads to an offensive scoring chance and obviously, hopefully for that team, a goal. Martin Brodeur, before the 2004-2005 lockout season, had shown that a goaltender who was extremely skilled at doing so could leave his goal crease whenever the puck was fired into his zone. He could leave his goal crease, intercept the puck before the attacking players could get to it, and then play the puck up to one of his defensemen who could then begin a breakout play, causing his team to go from being in a defensive situation to being in an offensive situation. Now, coming out of the 2004-2005 lockout season, the NHL added the trapezoid to eliminate the possibility of goaltenders leaving their crease and going into these corners to intercept the puck and play it up to their teammates. Why? Why did the NHL want to do that? Well, as we've seen not just in hockey, but in football and in baseball, the leagues are making rule changes that are intended to increase scoring. Because Martin Brodeur and any other goalie who had the same skill set were able to prevent the attacking team from gaining control of the puck, Martin Brodeur was effectively eliminating a scoring opportunity that may have been able to be generated for the opposing team. Therefore, it would seem that in the mind of the rule makers at the NHL, if Martin Brodeur's ability, and if a goaltender's ability in general, because there were other goaltenders who were capable of doing this, if a goaltender's ability to intercept the puck in the corners and play it up to his defenseman, if that ability were taken away, then it would logically lead to more situations where the attacking team could generate better scoring chances and then theoretically increase scoring, which in the mind of the NHL, I believe, leads to an increase in excitement in the game, which in turn theoretically leads to an increase in interest in the game, more fans, more tickets sold, more merchandising, so on and so forth. Now, a goaltender is allowed to leave his crease and go into the trapezoid area and play the puck. A goaltender is also allowed to play the puck anywhere in front of what we call the end red line. The end red line is this long line right across here, okay? Also referred to as the goal line, because from here to here in front of the net, it does represent the goal line. Goaltenders are still allowed to go behind the net and play the puck, and they're still allowed to play the puck out here. But if a goaltender handles the puck inside the outside of the trapezoid area, but behind the end red line, so in other words, in either of those two corners, then that goaltender is going to be assessed a minor penalty for playing the puck in the forbidden zones, basically. Now, the goaltender, for any of you who know hockey well enough, will know that the goaltender himself does not have to serve the penalty. One of his teammates will serve the penalty, but it's still a power play for the opposing team all the same. Now, a goaltender is allowed to touch the puck in these corner areas, provided that he keeps one skate in his goal crease. So obviously that would reduce the area here that he could realistically touch it to maybe just these little corners right in here. So again, the idea of this is to prevent the goaltender from being able to intercept the dump-in passes that end up in these corners, and therefore increase scoring by the goaltender's opponent. Now, I have an opinion on the rule, and my opinion is the same as Martin Brodeur's opinion was when the rule was rolled out. Martin Brodeur was upset when the rule was instituted because in his mind, he had worked hard throughout his life of goaltending to hone and perfect the skill of being able to get from his crease to the corner, intercept the puck, and then have the presence of mind to play it to one of his players, all the while a player from the other team is bearing down on him, trying to get that puck from him or get to it before he got there. In his mind, and according to the quotes that I read by Martin Brodeur, he was thinking, I've worked my whole life to be good at this. This is a skill that I have that some other goaltenders don't have. It gives my team an advantage, and his ability to do that was exciting to many fans. So while goals are exciting, and I would agree scoring chances and goals are exciting, if you truly appreciate the entire sport, then you also can see how great defensive plays are also exciting. How the ability of a goaltender to play the puck well can be really exciting in a game. It can add a dynamic and a dimension to the game that makes the game more interesting. And so I, like Martin Brodeur, think that it was a mistake. It's sad, in my opinion, that in order to increase scoring, they made this change. Now, I don't hate all changes that are made in hockey. I don't hate all rule changes, but some of them I dislike greatly. Adding the trapezoid was a rule change that I disliked greatly. Now, the only change that has happened since then with the trapezoid is that they did change the dimensions of the trapezoid, and my attempted drawing here of an ice rink is not perfectly to scale, but I think it does a good enough job of giving you the idea of what the trapezoid is and what its purpose is. So again, it's existed since 2005, since the 2005-2006 season. It prevents goaltenders from being able to play the puck in this area or this area. It theoretically increases scoring, thus theoretically increasing interest in the game. And it leads to penalties against the team whose goaltender goes into these areas and plays the puck. I hope that you find this information useful to you. I hope it's educational. If you did not understand the trapezoid before, I hope you do now. You can form your own opinions on whether or not you think it's a good idea or a bad idea. I've given you my opinion and my argument. And I'll just add to that now that I'm thinking about it. Increasing scoring, while, as I stated a moment ago, can increase excitement. If we think about other sports, baseball, does increasing home runs increase excitement? Yeah, I suppose it does, but so also does an amazing catch by a center fielder who jumps up and reaches over the wall. Or any fielder, really, who has to range over a much greater distance than you would expect and makes an amazing catch. A strikeout in baseball can, at times, be every bit as exciting as a hit or a run or a home run. In football, an interception can be every bit as exciting as a touchdown catch. A sack of the quarterback can be every bit as exciting as a 40-yard run. Sports are not only exciting because they have scoring. Defense can be exciting. Great plays by any player, regardless of what part of the team they're on, defense, offense, special teams, goaltending in this case, any of these things can be exciting if you truly appreciate the full sport. That's my opinion on it. Your opinion may be different. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the trapezoid rule. Please hit like. Please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you're watching this on social media, I would also appreciate it if you would share this with all of your hockey-loving friends. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a fantastically awesome day.